we're back again. Seems there was a little bit of a change or something with the WildStar game capture. The numbers changed, so I had to sort that out with OBS, but looks like it's working now. Anyway, as I was saying, we've been down for maintenance for a few hours, and there was actually one specific note for housing that supposedly the issues with the copy-paste quirks have been addressed. I haven't tried it out since we've been back up, but we will be doing that shortly. It's kind of a touch and go anyway, so I'm not sure if we'll actually see if fully working or not, but we'll have a look. As you can see, I've left the flower beds as I had them yesterday. I think I lowered the walls down a bit to show more of the flowers, and I might have moved a couple of the stones. Getting to where I kind of forget what I've done or not done, so it's don't like this right next to the flower, so I'm going to move it a little bit. Anyway, today we're going to just do some little touch-ups on the upper area of this plot, and then we're going to do some experimentation down in the bunker house. I gave my viewers a sneak peek yesterday on what I'm planning to do for the bunker house. So we're going to see if I can expand on some of those ideas. But first I'm going to, I like planting little, especially if I have a Proto-star themed kind of a plot, I like to plant some of the Proto-star guys around. And I have 3 more plushies, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can find some uses for them. So right now I'm checking the size. I think it was 190, but I just want to double check. That way they're all the same size. I know probably it would be okay to make them different, but since they're supposed to be clones, I want them to all look alike. Since this is kind of out of the way and most people probably wouldn't bother coming over to this part, I'm going to see about maybe making a lazy Proto-star guy, because I'm anticipating I'm going to put in one here for a gardener proto guy. In fact, I'll go ahead and put him down too. Now, as I'm spending up the ones I have left in my inventory, I'll probably be shopping for another handful, because I'm going to have some of these little employee dudes down in the bunker house too. But for now, I'm going to, see about dressing these up. Now for the gardening, let's see, I figure I'm going to need like a spoon or a shovel type of thing. And probably, I'm not sure if I got a hover barrel or not. Yeah, I do. A hover barrel and maybe some sandbags. That's one, but I want like the cluster. And let's see. We could, I'm gonna need this one smaller. We need to fit it to his size. It looks funny if it's a giant wheelbarrow and the Proto-star guy is supposedly pushing it around. Kind of big for him anyway. And let's Let's see. Let's pretend that he's maybe planting something. So one of the good items to kind of mimic dirt is the regular bowl. I've used these for like making it look like fresh graves. They've just been covered. I've seen a few others use the sandbags themselves, which also works. But since I'm using sandbags as sandbags, I need something else that'll kind of look all right. Let's see. I need to size up the spoon so it kind of looks like a shovel. As you can see, I'm just kind of go into it. I don't really like need a lot of, well, I'm gonna do this maybe and do that. Just kind of jump into it. I did some random house visits this morning because I'm prepping for it. Usually every Wednesday I update the list that I have in the WildStar forums. I have an ongoing list there, trying to help showcase some of the public homes that people have that probably don't get a lot of promotion on their own, because there's a lot of builders that just don't bother posting screenshots or videos of their place or have other people that do it for them. So I kind of feel like the list I keep of public homes that are interesting to look at kind of helps promote them. And since they're public, you know, I figure, well, they shouldn't mind too much if I'm out there saying, hey, look at this. But I was going around visiting this morning and came across a few new ones. It's always a worry for me to, I keep thinking, well, this week I probably won't find any because maybe we just don't have enough people. And the list is pretty extensive already. I haven't actually taken a count of how many there are, but I figure at some point it's just going to be, you know, either a lot of the builders keep their homes private or just for roommates only or neighbors only. And maybe I've just found all of the public ones that, you know, but every now and then, you know, I go visiting every day and every now and then I find a new one and it's like, okay, you know, there's still some gems out there that I got to uncover. Okay, so I just kind of laid out like an indication that he's doing some gardening out here. Maybe I can put maybe I got some yellow flowers. Yeah, maybe I can say that he's gonna plant a little pot of flowers that I'm working on. Why he would plant some yellow flowers out there, I don't know. But you know, this is what his job is. He's the little gardener proto dude. And then we have the one that's kind of not so keen on working. And we'll take that single sandbag and we'll lay that out here. And then we're going to it's like little Easter eggs. I like throwing out little details for those that are a little more inclined to search out every little nook and cranny that is on your plot. I like throwing in these little interesting details for them. Just something extra. Now it's not a have to thing. It's not like I have to have this, but I find it fun. I've come on to plots like I know there was a kind of like a haunted house at one point, and it had some spooky stuff. And then in one room there was like a carrot that had been stabbed, and there was like blood on the bed, and just the way they did it was amusing to see them having put that a little scene. Or like I have a guildmate that his plot is based on the Jurassic Park, and he's got a little family of carrots, and one's got like a backpack on it, so you can tell it's supposed to be the little kid. And okay, so he's like, I don't know, snoozing with his hat on his head, and then maybe he's got a beer can. Next to him. Had too much to drink. So, you know, most people probably won't bother coming out all the way. You know, they'll think it's just empty, you know. But if they happen to go, then they'll get a little extra something. Kind of like the tower in the back. You can't see from below that there's a little Proto-star guy up there, but if they venture up to the top of the tower, then they'll find him, and I think that's fun. I did manage to get a hold of another one of these purple ones. I went and did the challenge this morning, and I got lucky. I did the I forget which one it was, where you have to kill so many of the cankershroom mobs in Blighthaven, and I think I got silver on it, but I still managed to get the rock, so that's what matters. So we're going to alternate these just to give a little variety and kind of turn them a little bit. So like, you know, the idea is that if someone doesn't hit perfectly where they want, they might knock this and have it bounce back and kind of mess up their game there a little bit. You know, that's what the hazards are for, to kind of make it a little tougher to make it into the hole. Let's see, we need to turn this one. I'm just kind of looking because I kind of want to space them out a little better. There we go. So, you know, just a little extra something. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this upstairs part. Like I said, as I come across other things, I may change it up, or if I get inspired by something else and I think, well, maybe I can redo that. Speaking of which, I was going to try out I think I got myself one of the Ichthian versions. I was going to see what it looks like. It probably looks like one of those crab things. It kind of could work as a clock face. Maybe not as well as with, you know, the markings. It doesn't have the markings that comes on the Orin one, but I think it suits the theme better. So I'm going to copy this and see if I can get this one too. I don't know if it'll do it since it's not exactly the same item. There we go. And then just kind of Push it in there. Looks like a giant watch, like with the wristband here. Get another one and have it, and then you have like, so like if somebody wants to do like a watchmaker shop, that would be a nifty way of making it look like a watch, you know, because this one has the little bridge part and it looks like the wristband. You just need a second one to have it duplicated down below. So see, you come across little weird stuff like that that, you know, think, well, that would work pretty cool. But for my purposes, I just want the clock face. Yeah, that looks. I think it suits a lot better. It matches the gold that I have in a lot of the areas. Just the color scheme and everything. I think that works much better. I mean, not that the Oran one was bad. It would be great for an Oran themed home or other type of structure, but for this one in particular, I think this does it goes a lot better. Now, the only thing I need to check is if it's poking through out the other side, and it is. So, is that going to bug me? Is there something I can come up with that, or should I just pull it all the way out? I will probably just link these to clock face thingies, the hands, to the main face of it. And then just, I'm going to see what it looks like pushed in so that it's not poking outside. Again, this is what you really need to do, especially if you're working with thin walls. You know, you're not, when it's a pre-made structure, the walls are put together in such a way that you don't have to worry about poking stuff out. But if you've added your own walls, then yeah, it becomes important to kind of pay attention to what's sticking out the other side. So it's a little more clunky this way. Maybe it would be better if I just see, what could I put out here that won't look odd? Some kind of generator, maybe? I don't know what kind of mechanical junk I have around in here. I really like the clock being flat against the wall, but I need something to cover up those legs. But not sure what. Yeah, see, I could put in like some kind of a generator thing there and pretend like it's maybe the cooling system for the, or I don't know, I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to see if I can get away with it. Pushing it in and covering it up in some form or fashion. Let's see if we can get that generator. Looks like a creepy beetle, doesn't it? I'll have to lay it flat, I think. And that might look odd on its own. Make it like super huge. Can't tell. Don't have my sound up, so maybe it makes a really annoying noise. That's all I know. making sure that it's covering what I want. It's probably poking through in here. Okay, let me try turning it the other way. Maybe that'll work. Nope, wrong one. Cool. Oh, is it still poking through on the other side? The constant back and forth and back and forth. Kind of checking it. Straighten that up a bit. Better idea of how much we need to push it in. Because the wall, while it's really sized up, it's not super thick. So you have to be careful about no. I'm not too worried about this part because I'm sure it's not sticking through that one, but again with this one, turn this way instead. Don't mind that that's hooking up like that. And again, I really can't tell if it's making a lot of noise or not. So, you know, later when I have the sound really up, when I'm not streaming or by myself or whatever, I may decide that's just too noisy. Because like the treadmill's a cool decor item, but I can't stand the noise that it makes. It's really loud. Now, like the, I think it's the Dreg. Let me see if I have one so I can get the name right. No. Oh, I know what. I used them out here. Some of the items that have sound bites that come with them, they're pretty fun to play with, like the Dreg Windwell. I've used that as a ceiling fan before. And it's got a nice little, like, you can hear it turning like in a squeak sound, and that's a nice like little ambient noise. So yeah, that's okay, I guess. I'll leave it for now. If you know, I may decide to change it, but I really like the new clock face. I think that works much better than the other one. Now, if I happen to come up with a better way to indicate the hands, like maybe with some, since I have that big old hunky thing on the other side, I could try maybe the beer signs. You know, using the blue as the arm. I thought about using these as the parking indicators instead of just using the Cassian beams, but I ended up going with the Cassian stuff instead because the size that I needed the signs to be wide enough and then have them sink down properly into the ground, it just didn't work as easily as I thought it would, so I adjusted my idea to go along with. And if you see me squinting, my window is open in the back, so there's a lot of natural light coming through, and it's kind of got a bit of a glare on my screen. So a little tough for me to see, especially the dark stuff. But I don't know if you can tell, but like maybe use that as the arm for the timepiece. Maybe. Of course, that means I'll have to get a hold of another one of the. I don't think. Is that a? Yeah. So I can craft myself one later, which I'll do that eventually. But so now we have the first. The first hand, and then I'll make a smaller one and put it in for the. Why I chose 3 o'clock, I'm not sure. It just seemed okay. 3 o'clock, time for golf. Alrighty, so yeah, I kind of thought about it yesterday after I left, and was curious if I would change my mind about the flower beds, but no, I just kind of like it is. It may be something I change my mind on later, but for now I think that's good, and we're in a good place as far as the decor goes. In the event that I decide to change up some of the golf holes, then I've got some freedom to get a little more detailed if I want. Like if I come up with a new way of building for instance, the little windmill I have here, so that it's not just a fake hole, but maybe I can fashion something that has an actual hole, kind of like this. Then I will. But for now, I think these are